Welcome back to Color Me Impressed. I'm Emily and today I'm doing the Christmas scavenger hunt tag. I was tagged by the lovely Lovella's Coloring. Thank you, Lovella, for tagging me. I was really excited about doing this tag because it was inspired by Dani Buttons' scavenger hunts, and I really like doing those. So this was a fun way to figure out what I wanted to color for Christmas. Before we start, I also want to announce that I will be doing a 12 days of Christmas coloring challenge. What that means is that I'm just going to choose 12 Christmas pictures to color, and I'm going to record myself coloring those. I'll probably keep it simple and maybe just put on some holiday music in the background, not much talking. That way, we can just sit back, relax. You can put it on while you're wrapping gifts or baking, anything like that, and it'll be a good way for me to make sure I get all of the Christmas coloring I want completed this season. So all of these pictures are going to be colored in the 12 Days of Christmas challenge that I am putting myself up to. One note with that is I wanted to keep it limited. The Christmas scavenger hunt has 20 things to find plus a bonus item. And I know I can't color 20 pictures this month. So I'm going to stick to my 12 pictures that I'm coloring for the challenge and kind of use them for this Christmas scavenger hunt. So I have to get a little bit creative with some of the prompts, which you'll see. The other thing I wanted to mention was, since I'm only using 12 pictures, I did set a sort of limit for myself where one page could only count for a maximum of 2 things to find in the scavenger hunt, if that makes sense. So you might see some pictures come back up, but they can only be used twice for this scavenger hunt. And again, that's just my own rule because I knew that I wasn't going to find 20 unique pictures. So I think now that I've said all I need to say, we can go ahead and get started. So the first picture is to find a candy cane, and I found that in Cutesy Christmas Special by Coloring Heaven. And I plan on coloring this cute mouse picture by Ruth Sanderson. And I'm actually going to do this as a buddy color with Angelina. She is DreamCloud51 on Instagram. I'll go ahead and link her Instagram down below. We're really looking forward to coloring this page. I'm not sure about Angelina, but this is my first Ruth Sanderson picture. So I'm looking forward to just coloring it with markers, and since this has kind of that sketchy shading style already, I don't think I'll need to do too much shading. So I think this was a good one for us to choose when we're going to be busy during the holidays. And again, I mean, it's cute mice baking. What more could you want? So again, that was for candy cane. I don't think I actually showed you the candy cane in this picture. Here's the candy cane. Candy cane cookies there. So that was from Cutesy Christmas Special by Coloring Heaven. The next thing to find was a gingerbread house, and you'll never guess it. I found it in Gingerbread Life by Coloring Book Cafe. This is a really cute book, and obviously when I saw the gingerbread house item to find in the scavenger hunt, I knew to go to this book. And we have this adorable page with the little gingerbread guy, the reindeer, and his hot mug of cocoa. So this will be a fun one to do. I think it'll be relatively simple. It's still a lot of fun with a lot of accenting and things. So that's the gingerbread house from Gingerbread Life by Coloring Book Cafe. The next item to find was a snowflake, and I found that in Johanna's Christmas. Obviously, snowflakes are pretty prominent in a lot of the pictures that I'm coloring, but the picture I really wanted to color in here was of this adorable polar bear. And he didn't count for too many of the scavenger hunt items, so I had to get a little bit creative. There are some snowflakes on his scarf and on some of the presents, and I plan on making this a nice snowy scene as well, so plenty of snowflakes there. I think I'm going to use a lot of distress ink on this page, as I made a note here, so I think that'll turn out really nice, and should go again pretty quickly. Thinking a lot of glitter as well. So yeah, this was for Snowflake, and that was from Johanna's Christmas by Johanna Basford. Number 4 on our scavenger hunt was a gingerbread man or girl. And I'm going back to gingerbread life. I know, you never would have guessed. So just as a reminder, this is what I'll be coloring. This is my gingerbread man for number 4 on the Christmas scavenger hunt. Next up to find were reindeer, and I found my reindeer in Winter Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee. And I really wanted to color this picture. There were actually tons of pictures that I wanted to color in here, so I had to narrow it down. But look how cute these reindeer are. So I really like this book, especially when we're kind of pressed for time. The black backgrounds that are in the last half of this book will come in handy. So, you know, I don't have to worry about coloring the background. I can maybe focus a little more on some of the leaves and doing some shading and blending, because I love to do that with leaves. So I think this will be good. And this was for finding reindeer in Winter Dreamlings. Number 6 in the Christmas scavenger hunt is Stockings. And I found Stockings in Whimsy Girls Christmas by Hannah Lynn. This is actually the only Christmas page I have colored. I might have another one, but this is the first one I finished anyways. And you'll see the stockings here, kind of, you know, in the background, but I just really wanted to color this page, and it didn't count for much else in the scavenger hunt again, so it went with stockings. And this was actually a buddy color with Shelleen at the coloring book Nook. I'll link her channel down below. But this was a really fun one, and she did such a great job with a lot of the pencil work. She did hers in pencil, I think, and did a really good job with the hair and all of that. So you might want to go check that out on her Instagram. But this was for Stockings out of Whimsy Girls Christmas by Hannah Lynn. The next item to find was a Christmas tree. Obviously, a lot of our Christmas pictures have Christmas trees in them, but I knew I wanted to color out of Erie's Tracing Around the World series. This is the Traveling Through Time, I believe is what it might be called. Just a lot of little historical things. And it might be a little bit faint since it's tracing, but you can see that it is a girl with a nutcracker, and then we have the beautiful Christmas tree in the background. So this one I'm a little nervous about just because it's gonna take some time. So I'm thinking of maybe doing what the book intends you to do, which is just outline over the existing line work. So I might see how that goes. Break out my fine liners. I haven't done anything in these books actually. So that'll be an interesting challenge. And that was for finding a Christmas tree in our scavenger hunt out of Erie's Tracing Around the World series. Next up is finding Santa. Again, this was one that I found in almost all of the Christmas books I have, but I saw this cute picture colored by Wrenn from Wrenn's Coloring Craze. I'll link her channel down below as well. She did a great job with this picture. I think she was the first one I saw color it, and I love it so much. It's so cute with the candles, and then we have the Santa candle here. So I'm planning on doing this one closer to Christmas because I'm anticipating not having a ton of time to color, so a nice simple color by number should be good. And I don't think I mentioned this is from the Christmas Color by Number black background from Color Questopia. This is a really cute book. Number 9 on our list is a wreath. And this was another motif that you'll see in a lot of your Christmas books. And I found mine in Jade Summer's 3-in-1 Christmas. And I found this cute little snow family. Oh, they're so cute. And there's a wreath in the background. You'll see, again, I kind of had picked my pictures that I wanted to color and then made them work for the scavenger hunt. So this is the wreath that I'll be coloring for the scavenger hunt. And that was, again, out of Jade Summer Christmas. Number 10 is actually finding a snowman, but I decided to go and do that in Deborah Muller's Winter Woodland Wonderland. Now, my mom loves snowmen, and I've realized that I'm a little bit obsessed with snowmen as well. All of the cutest pages are snowmen in these books, so I had to limit myself to only a few snowmen. Funny story, I was actually breaking out all of the Christmas decorations today. Literally, probably 98% of them are all snowmen. So I look like a crazy person, but what are you gonna do? They're cute, right? So this was the snowmen for the 10th item to find in our scavenger hunt. And I like this one. It's a little different with the flower on it. That was from Deborah Muller's book. Halfway through the scavenger hunt, and number 11 is to find a sleigh. And I found a sleigh out of Christmas Darlings by Kelly Horton. And I plan on doing this page. I think it's just so pretty with the big-eyed girl in front of the window. She has a little snow globe. And there's the little sleigh for the scavenger hunt. So it still counts. But yeah, I think this one will be cute. That was from Christmas Darlings by Kelly Horton. Number 12 is Finding Mrs. Claus. So I found Mrs. Claus in Whimsy Girls Christmas. Now there is actually a Mrs. Claus in this book, but going back to the picture that I colored, I actually colored her like Mrs. Claus in a way because I colored her with gray hair. I was gonna do glasses, but I decided that I'm not good enough at drawing to do that. But this is a loose interpretation of Mrs. Claus baking cookies for Santa. So you'll see, again, I'm getting creative with the prompts, but it's my attempt at fulfilling the scavenger hunt while still coloring all the pictures that I really wanted to color. So that was Mrs. Claus from Whimsy Girls Christmas. And then number 13 is a toy soldier. And I am bringing back the eerie tracing around the world and counting this little guy as a toy soldier. I mean, I think he's a nutcracker, and I think that counts. So this is my toy soldier out of Erie's Tracing Around the World, Traveling Through Time. Number 14 to find was Holly, and this was one that was prevalent in a lot of the Christmas pictures I wanted to color, but I'm going back to Christmas Color by Number, and I actually have a whip in here. You might have seen in my Color Questopia video that I'll link up above. But I have this work in progress with this cute snowman, go figure, and I have some holly here, so I figured this was a good way to motivate myself to finish this page since I'm almost done, really. So that was for Finding Holly from Christmas Color by Number by Color Questopia. The next prompt, we're at number 15, is to find an elf. And I found an elf in Vintage Christmas Windows. So we have this cute jewelry store with the elves outside the window. So the reason I chose this picture was because I haven't colored a lot of gems and I really want to get some practice coloring those. And I think it'll just be a really pretty sparkly page. So I'm looking forward to coloring this one with the little elves for our scavenger hunt. That was from Vintage Christmas Windows by Creative Haven, and that's illustrated by David and Legina Bodo. Okay, number 16 was an angel, and I had some trouble with this one because I hadn't really picked out any angels to color. So you're gonna laugh. I obviously needed to color from Camellia Angel Cova's 50 Winter Miniatures. So I had to make up a little backstory for this picture. I think when I was flipping through this in my Christmas haul that I'll link up above, I had stopped at this picture and I just really wanted to color it and I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I wanted to bring it back for this video. Obviously there aren't any angels in this picture for a scavenger hunt. So I've decided that one of the penguins' names is gonna be Angel. Yeah, so again, you know, gotta do what you gotta do, and I gotta do this penguin page. So that was for Angel the penguin from 50 Winter Miniatures. The next prompt is to find a snow globe, and I'm going back to Christmas Darlings. If you remember, we had this beautiful page with her holding a snow globe. So I think this will turn out really nicely from Christmas Darlings. And number 18 is finding mistletoe. Now, I had some trouble with this one because I didn't know visually what the difference was between, you know, holly and mistletoe. So that was my own fault, but I decided that this looked like the reindeer were about to kiss, and there's like a bunch of leaves of holly probably, and so I decided that was close enough. If you know what mistletoe actually is, it must be a different type of plant, but if you know, please comment below with what mistletoe is, because I'm clearly lacking knowledge in that area. And I'm also rambling, but I wanted to tell you I've decided this is counting as mistletoe since they're about to kiss. And they have something hanging above their heads. So that was from Winter Dreamlings by Edwina McNamee. I am so excited for this next one. So number 19 is finding a mug of cocoa or a warm and cozy drink. And I found mine out of Christmas by Tatiana Bogima-Stolova. And I think this is another page that I showed during my Christmas haul because it's so cute with this little mouse walking on a bookshelf. So here's my warm and cozy drink. Again, I know it's small, but I needed this to fit one of the scavenger hunt items because I had to color it. So I think this is one that's going to take a little bit more time. If I am able to, I would really like to base this with alcohol markers and do some shading with pencil over top. So we'll see how that goes. But yep, that was my warm and cozy drink here with this little cafe. Out of Christmas by Tatiana Bogima-Stolova. Number 20, the last prompt here. We're going back to the big old Jade Summer book. Number 20 is Carolers. So this is another one where I had to create some backstory for our characters here. And I've decided that this snow family is about to go caroling. And they're playing outside before they go carol. So these are my carolers, my little snowman family from Jade Summer Christmas. And then the bonus was a nativity scene. So I decided I couldn't find anything that would go for the bonus. So unfortunately, I'm not going to fulfill the bonus prompt. But I had so much fun looking through all my Christmas books and finding what items I wanted to color. So I have a lot of different books here that you can see that I will be coloring from this Christmas. So really looking forward to all of the Christmas coloring that I'm going to get done, fulfilling all of the scavenger hunt prompts. Again, thank you so much to Lovella for tagging me in this Christmas scavenger hunt that was created by Jojo's Coloring Nook. I will leave all of the prompts down below in the video description box. And I will see you next time, hopefully with some fun 12 days of Christmas coloring.